All right, we're live. Welcome, Riddell Sports Network. I am hoping that it's picking up my voice. It is. I'm Dan. This is Dare.
Yo.
Dave.
Rest in peace, Sid Vicious.
Oh, bad times. It's only 63, right?
Yeah, 63.
Unbelievable. We have him up here on this list shortly, so circle back. But let's start with baseball. Oh, Brett Gardner. There was the Yankees have a reunion.
They did at Old Timers game. They brought back the 09 team.
Yeah.
And they had everybody there except Gardner.
Who the hell is that? That looks like Luke Voigt.
The Baldy? Oh, yeah. Oh, it can't be. It's got to be.
Oh, it is, because this isn't the 09 team, because that dude.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's Swish, ain't it? Yeah, that's
Is
Swish
it?
behind him, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was...
You can always tell because his tongue's sticking up.
Yeah. Oh, okay. The Giambi, then?
Might be. It definitely could be.
But Gardner won't attend 2009 World Series reunion. Well, he didn't. We don't know why. It's a very sluggish start, but I'll kick it over to you, Dave.
Yeah, he said the excuse was he and his son had a game or something like that. But I don't blame him. They treated him like dirt. They could have signed him for a year. You know what I mean? They had an backup outfielder spot open for him.
Yep.
They did him wrong. For all the time he had, they could have hung him around for another year or so and let him go out on his own terms. But I don't blame him one bit. I would tell him to go screw themselves too.
The dude was still solid.
Yeah, was he a starter? No. But he could have been the fourth outfielder, and he was down to do that. So I mean, it was dirty.
Judge some rest and
yeah, it was dirty.
Well, this is an MLB first. Danny Jansen started the game for the Toronto Blue Jays, was then traded months later, plays for the Red Sox, game that was rained out, and he hit 2 home runs, 1 home run for each team in the same game. Now, there's instances of this where the player has a hit in each game or pitched. I think there was a situation where someone started and then closed the same game. I can't remember exactly, but he's the first player. Jesus, hitting 215. Here we go on screen.
He even caught a pitch in his own at bat. He was catching at the time that he was supposed to be up. Pretty weird. I thought it was cool. It's weird.
The only problem is it's success for the Red Sox. That's unfortunate, but they're showing the whole at bat here. But yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's
I
different.
mean, even if he never does anything, he still got that, right? So, all right. Baseball is one of the strangest sports to ever exist. So, player for the Marlins was intentionally walked and never touched first base. Cody Bellinger playing first is kind of weird to me. But he never touched first and was called out. So
I don't get this. I mean, you want to speed up the game and all this other stuff. Who cares if he touches first? You know what I mean? It's not like he's beating out the player or something like that. You want to speed it up. The dude gets intentionally walked. Go to the dugout if you're going to get pinch hit for. I mean, if you're going to get pinch ran for. It doesn't make much sense. Who cares if he touched first?
Yeah.
The dude probably called him right now, the coach, and said, yeah, you're getting pinch ran for.
Yeah, so he's heading to first. They call him back for the pinch runner. He tags out into his teammate, and then they call him out.
It's little league garbage. It's
very
stupid.
Strange. I don't know. And it's like, why would it even occur to this man? Like, it's like, okay,
no, coach called me back. Along. Yeah,
very weird. All right, NFL time. This one's for me specifically. So, LaShawn McCoy to be inducted into the Eagles Hall of Fame. And that's going to take place on Sunday, November 3rd. So get your tickets. I'm sure the prices are going to skyrocket. Shady at halftime.
Shady.
On the same day, Chip Kelly is going to be inducted into the Eagles Hall of Shame for trading this man for Kiko Alonso. We were just talking about this the other day. 2nd round draft pick. One of the, I would say, the hardest players to tackle ever. Like, just Barry Sanders-esque, not quite Barry Sanders level, but that style of lateral. Chip Kelly, by the way, his reason for getting rid of him was that he didn't have enough lateral movement. So go figure. Yeah, he got rid of Deshaun Jackson, LaShawn McCoy, and Jeremy Maclin. So, Chip Kelly, you're the man. I don't know, thoughts on Shady? My favorite Shady memory, I'll throw over to you guys in a moment, was the snow game against the Lions. The Eagles couldn't get anything done except for one man. Somehow he figured out how to run in 2 feet of snow. You ever look up that game if you haven't seen it? It's the Snow Bowl with the Lions and the Eagles. It's a fantastic game. Jason Kelsey looking like Santa Claus. Fantastic. Oh.
Yeah, he deserves this. He had 6,800 rushing yards, just short of 6,800 rushing yards with the Eagles. Yeah, really good. The sportscaster now. I don't know if you've ever caught him on Speak.
I don't even know what that is.
You don't know what that is? FS1, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, great player. Deserves it.
28 fourth quarter points in that snow game. I'm trying to pull up some images here. Here you go, Dare. I don't know if you've ever seen this one, but up on screen there, that's what the game looked like. Right there.
Wow.
Yeah. And he's the only man who could get any footing. And they figured it out that he's the guy. And he scored 4 fourth quarter touchdowns. So yeah, this was
is that Philly?
Yeah.
In Philly?
I believe you're allowed to watch this entire game for free on YouTube. So go check it out. Calvin Johnson there's the image. Calvin Johnson getting tackled.
Oh my God.
Absolutely incredible. Dave, anything on Shady before you move on?
No, just well deserved. Had a good career. He's definitely deserved.
I don't think they're going to retire the 25, but they're just going to put him up in the Hall of Fame there. So I believe he leads rushing and attempts and everything, yards per attempt, for qualified backs. So
he does have a Super Bowl ring as well, but not with.
Doesn't he have 2?
Is it with Philly? He has one.
No.
I know he's got one with Kansas City.
In Tampa. When Tampa beat Kansas City, I believe.
Oh, really?
I believe so, yeah. He didn't play very much, but all right. From Eagles to Cowboys, wide receiver Cedarian Lamb agreed to 4-year, $136 million contract. What's the math on that?
It's 34 million.
32?
That math might be wrong.
Oh yeah, you're right.
34.
Rich McCall got 36.
Jefferson 35.
What
did AJ Brown get? 32?
32.
I feel like this is a severe underpayment.
I just don't understand why Cowboys waited so long to pay him.
They don't have any salary cap room.
But if you knew you were going to pay him.
But like, can some of these greedy assholes, like, congrats on getting all your money, but could he be like, all right, I'll wait till the end of the season, but then you got to give me more money. And if not, I'll go hit free agency. Like, They don't have any cap room.
Well, they can franchise tag him still.
Right. But, I mean, with all these new contracts, the franchise tag is probably like 30 at this point.
Probably.
Because it's the average of the top 5 receivers. So, I mean, he's not going to go broke anyways. But, like, just make the deal. Like, hey, we don't have any cap space. I want to win a Super Bowl. No, this is going to be the same thing. We know the Cowboys aren't going to the Super Bowl, but we'll get to that later, Dare. I don't know if you've changed your mind on that or not.
I guess we'll find out.
Anything on Cedarian, the GOAT Lamb?
No, I'm surprised he settled for this little. I thought he was going for 40, to be honest with you.
I thought he wanted.
No joke. I thought he was going for about 40.
At least 36. Yeah, I'd say.
I thought he was going to want to be paid top dog.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe 50.
But it's crazy how all these Cowboys want so much money. Dak Prescott, he's looking for 60, 65.
Yeah. I know Chase is sitting back smiling. He knows he's going to get his check soon.
To be so
definitely
freaking average. for Dak Prescott?
I'd say he's above average, just average.
Off the top of your head, rank him 1 through 32. 12?
Maybe 10 to 12. It's fair.
To be the highest paid? I mean, I don't know. We could get into that all day, but yeah, he should change his name to Sedarian Goat, not Sedarian Lamb. All right. Sean McVay says Kyron Williams will be returning punts. Just another opportunity to get him touches. What do you think on this?
Makes no sense. You got problems with keeping Rams running backs healthy already. I don't know why you would do this. Makes no sense. You keep this horse healthy. You get some other bonehead to return kicks. It makes no sense to me. Kyron Williams, if he's doing this, he'll be gone by week 6. They have zero luck with running backs keeping him on the field.
Didn't he just come off an injury? Not last year, but the year before.
It was last year. It was the beginning of last year
that he was out because of injury. What was his injury? Was it probably a knee thing with all these guys?
But it definitely was last year. I had him in fantasy. I lost him for like maybe 5 weeks.
So who was their backup? They got Blake Corum, Ronnie Rivers. So you're going to risk your star running back?
They better let Ronnie Rivers return some points. Let him get thrown onto the damn Wolves. Just makes no sense. It's stupid.
Isn't a kick return, punt return, that's the most dangerous play in NFL.
I mean, they tried to make it a little safer, but I mean, you're thrown onto the Wolves.
Well, not on this lame-ass kick return they're doing now. That might be fine then.
So I think the reason they're doing it is so there's more kick returns.
No, but it's still...
but he's returning punts, not kicks. So punt is dangerous.
Yeah,
Especially you get some bozo, some rookie defender who's screaming down, doesn't see that he called fair catch and lays him out.
Freaking blast him, yeah.
Happened to Sproles a couple times.
Every hit takes its toll, though. How you would give this dude more hits.
You know how you get him more touches? You're the coach. Call more plays for him.
Yeah.
It's pretty weird.
Kind of seems that simple, right?
Yeah. Darius Toney, who claimed just last year we were talking about this, he is a number 1 receiver. For what? CFL?
Soon to be.
Boise State, maybe? I don't even think he was the number 1 receiver on Florida when he was on the Gators. I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think for a brief minute he was the number 1 on Giants, wasn't he? For like a brief minute.
For like a game.
Yeah, there was like a handful of games.
Really?
He was like, yeah, I'm number 1, baby.
Yikes. But they still had Saquon, so he's not even...
Yeah, true.
I thought he was going to be on the Chiefs. I thought he was going to be Tyreek Hill light. I thought he was going to be a Tyreek Hill guy, but...
We're like... I don't think he's got like the breakaway speed of Tyreek Hill, but you could set him up in the slot and just have him eat.
Oh yeah.
Especially the Andy Reid's play calling skills and Mahomes always buying extra time. You find that little sumbitch over the middle.
Oh yeah. He couldn't stay healthy and he can't find the line of scrimmage.
Oh yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Never forget
like 2
that.
yards, 3 yards.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, why is the other team behind me? I don't get it. I'm lined up with a DB right now.
Yeah, he's got the cornerback of the Bills behind him. What? Yeah. What? Unbelievable. I hope he gets another crack. But I think if you can't make it on Kansas City, you're gonna have some problems.
That is a great point. They've made some average wide receivers look like superstars
every year.
Bad news for the Packers. I thought they were going to scoop up Dalvin Cook, but Packers place A.J. Dillon on season-ending IR. Roster reduction to 53. Now they have Jacobs right now.
Yep, Jacobs.
They got rid of... Where does Aaron Jones play?
Minnesota?
Yeah, Minnesota. They let him go for cheap money.
He was going to be the change of pace guy. Like, they had a nice thing going with Dillon and Jones, but... Yeah, that just sucks. Season's already over, didn't get a single crack.
And they're talking about a Zach Moss possible trade. I mean, he might not be bad for a backup. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but isn't he on the Bengals?
Yeah, they're talking about
I think they need him.
Who do they have after?
Chase Brown.
Chase Brown.
But nobody.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Burrow's probably like, the hell with it. All I need is my 3 receivers, and it's over.
Yeah. Boy.
Yeah, this sucks. Too bad.
Speaking of sucks, Russell Wilson is going to be the starter for the Steelers. And his season wasn't as bad as I thought it was last year. 26 touchdowns and 8 picks.
By the numbers, it looks like he did pretty damn good, but I think it's more the eye test where you're like, this dude is not it.
Yeah. It's weird because they had that game where they lost like 73-10 to the Dolphins or whatever that score was.
71.
Was it 71?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was just, and you just thought, okay, Broncos are going to get steamrolled, but they did fairly well for being the Broncos. And he wasn't terrible. A guy that I thought consistently was overrated throughout his career. Did better than I thought he would last year. Considering what was it, 2 years ago? His first year in Denver was horrible. He still threw for 3,500 yards. Huh. Maybe we're a little too hard on him.
What's his rushing yards? Because I think that's where he falls off.
Oh, yeah, he's getting old. He's 35.
What the hell does that mean?
It means he's old. Not for life, but for like
football standards.
Where does it fucking say how many yards? It says how many attempts. Or is it back up here? Oh boy. Too many numbers here.
So
okay.
If you were the coach, are you sticking with Russ Wilson or you
100%.
I'm shocked.
You thought Fields was going to beat him?
I never thought he would. I thought Fields would be. I'm sure Fields still will be week 4 or 5 when they wind up being 1-3. He'll be in there.
They'll be chanting for him in the crowd.
Yeah,
put Fields in because Russ is going to.
Russell sucks. Yeah. Russell sucks.
You think Fields will be starting by week 5?
I do. Just watching, I watched a few Broncos games, and it wasn't just the line or whatever like that. It wasn't. He had some good weapons, and he just looked like crap.
Yeah,
arm strength's not there. He's just not.
I mean, Fields is no prize either. So
yeah, you got youth though, and you got something to build on. You know what I mean? Wilson's 35, 36. How much longer? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, you got Fields because you plan on him playing.
Hoping.
Yeah.
True. I think 40 touchdowns, 30 picks over his career. Fields
40 and 30.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, not very good.
That's what it is. He's more inconsistent. He's got those wow games, but
well, he does have 6,600 yards over 3 seasons. Yeah, it's not looking pretty. He's probably got more rushing yards than passing yards at this point. But so two would start Fields and I would start Wilson. Both of you would start Fields?
I would start Wilson to start the season and then switch over.
Why? If you're bad?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
All right, let's talk about some weird boxing exhibitions or whatever the hell Floyd Mayweather, whatever scam he's got going these days. Oh, he's got the Italian flag on his trunks for some reason? What's going on?
Paisano.
All right, Dave, you want to explain what happened here?
Yeah, he threw a punch. It was close. It went behind the ear. Ref stopped it. Was warning him. He yells at the guy, a couple profanities, and then has him removed. Pushes him out the way and then has him removed. They switch him right in the middle of the fight.
Middle of the round?
Right in the middle.
Oh my god. That's weird. I was thinking like between rounds.
Another guy literally comes through the ropes while they're arguing. It's like, yeah, buddy, you're done. Yeah, it was crazy. Punch was close. Don't get me wrong. It was right behind the ear, but wasn't that big of a deal. He's screaming at him, move, shut up, F you. Like, come on, man. Why is it always got to be a show with you all the time?
What is this exhibition? So it doesn't count against his record in case he gets dropped?
Yeah, nothing. I don't think it counts for anything. Yeah.
This is the state of boxing is rough these days.
I haven't watched it in so long.
It used to be like must watch TV.
And dudes would get it. They would get it. They came in to fight. They were getting, especially if they were Spanish dudes or whatever. Oh my god, they would sit there and get it.
It kind of reminds me of UFC now because it's so popular. The fighters who are lower on the card are fighting to get up, so they're giving it their all. We would see these crazy ass fights like the building would be mostly empty because people are still filing in, and these fights would be crazy. All right. Sad times. Sid Vicious, a.k.a. Sid Justice, a.k.a. Psycho Sid, passes away at the freaking way too young age of 63. WCW, WWF. No, he was never in WWE. But do we know the cause of death at this point?
It's heart failure. 5 years diagnosed with congestive heart.
And he had a fight against cancer. Wow. Other than his leg snapping in half, what's your favorite Sid memory? If you got the stomach for it, go watch he kept arguing with the guys who were booking the match. I don't want to go up to the second rope. Did you ever see this?
This is actually what I was going to bring up. Yeah.
And the dude hooked his leg and to pin him, and his leg was dangling.
Yeah. That was gross. He was fighting not to do it, but
little trivia: who's the first person to kick out of Hulk Hogan's leg drop?
Oh, isn't it?
Sid Vicious.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, was it because someone screwed up? Right. It was because Papa Shango was supposed to come down and break it up, and he missed his cue.
Oh, maybe.
So then he had to kick out. He was supposed to break up the pin. I bet Hogan was pissed.
Vicious leg drop.
Yeah. Dude said he was like 3 inches shorter after his career because of the leg drop. Because he kept it compressed his spine after years of leg drops.
Probably why he's all stooped over now. He's hunched over.
All right, this one I just put in. So I have the list up here, but Chicago Sky versus Indiana Fever. Yes, those are team names. Breaks the record for the most expensive tickets in WNBA history. Which, as you see here, the median ticket price is as high as $2,825 for a WNBA game.
What was it before? Like $28?
Yeah.
Sit in the booth. Sit in the dugout. I mean, sit on the bench next to the players for $28.
Game Time has an average of $1,000. StubHub $845. SeatGeek $2,000. Ticketmaster $28, which is what we're seeing there, and Vivid Seats $689. Why? Why would anyone pay this much to go to any game? Like, this is a family. Like, if we went with all of our brothers again, maybe we're paying this much for 12 of us.
Yeah.
But even that seems expensive.
The Caitlin Clark show. They need to embrace it and stop dirting her. Same thing with Angel Reese. They need to stop getting on these two and embrace it, that they're actually going to make you money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is what they've been whining about for years. You're finally going to start making money. Yeah. Stop crying. Let it roll.
But women naturally hate each other.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is this some kind of playoff game, or is this just a regular?
No, just right. It's not playoffs yet.
Final regular season game.
Oh, you mean for the ticket price?
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that wild?
I'm curious to see who pays this. I want to see it. I want to watch it just to look at the crowd.
It's gonna be when
Who's
the stars
buying
are
this?
sitting down there.
You think?
When the NBA players, a lot of NBA players go to the game. I'm sure that they're down.
$2,800 for a 71-68 final score.
Exactly.
and her getting 16 rebounds on 2 shots.
I just saw a clip the other day.
It's disgusting, isn't it?
Like, she got 5 boards because she's just playing patty cake with herself. It was real weird.
And then to end the game, she had a wide open layup, nobody in sight, and she choked.
Unbelievable.
Nobody even close.
Well, congratulations to those who are going to see that game, I guess. You guys don't want to fly to Chicago or Indiana or whatever and go see it? All right. Let's do cash or trash. I just thought it was interesting because I wouldn't pay that for a World Series game. I wouldn't pay that for a Super Bowl ticket.
If you were down, you know what I mean? If you were low, you'd think about it. If they said one time we'll let you sit right behind the bleacher, right behind the bench.
For $2,800
Yeah.
Super Bowl, I'd pay that.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If they put me in a World Series game right behind Yankee dugout, like right there,
when the
you're going to be
tickets,
doing $2,800 for bleeds at the Super.
oh god,
exactly, yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
You'll be lucky if you can be in the stadium. You'll be hanging on the rafters.
They'll just beat my ass and take my $2,800 and like, hey, all right, cash or trash. Cowboys have a good chance to miss the playoffs this season. That's the whole schedule there. It doesn't say home or away, but I don't know why the Eagles are on there 3 times. That's not how that works. But there you go.
They're playing Eagles 3 times?
No, it doesn't work that way, so I don't know why. Unless it will. 1, 2. No, I don't know why it's on there 3 times. So, what do you think, Dare?
Is there a good chance? This is definitely trash. They're making the playoffs. I mean, look how many Washington's up there. New York, you got to play the Giants twice. And the Eagles are going to be horrible this year, so sticking with that.
They do play the AFC North, which is the toughest division. They have the Lions, the 49ers, the Falcons, the Texans. I mean, those are all very, very losable games. The Bucs is a losable game.
They do got a great defense. They're real good at home.
What's the Dallas Cowboys record by the end of the year? 17 games.
I think they're going to get their 12 wins again. We're going to go
12-5?
Yeah, we're going to go 4th straight year getting 12 wins.
How about you, Dave?
Well, I put this in because right off the bat, you're probably going to have 2 from the NFC North. You got Niners going. You got
Rams.
There's a whole handful of teams. It's very, very easily that they miss by a game. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't know. I could see it happening. I could see them getting 10 wins and then getting bounced because I think Philly wins the division hands down.
Their defense last year, have they done really much to improve that?
The Eagles?
Yeah. Got a couple of rookies.
Yeah.
They lost Jason Kelsey.
We talked about it before, though.
That doesn't matter. That is not going to make one bit of difference.
A lot of Philly was in their mind. You know what I mean? A lot of it was mind pump. I won't say the F word. A lot of it, because once you're playing a sport and something gets in your mind and you're screwed.
Oh yeah.
You can do anything you want and you ain't coming out of that. You know what I mean? It feels like it's impossible to do anything.
Well, Shane Falco called it quicksand.
Oh yeah, there you go, quicksand. Yeah, everybody's been there.
So to me, the Cowboys are competing for that 7th playoff spot or the division lead. So you're competing with Philly. You're competing with Green Bay, Chicago, Tampa, Atlanta for that 7th spot.
I was saying it's very, very could happen. I doubt it will. I think they'll still get in, but it can definitely happen.
I think that they miss the playoffs. So
you think the Eagles are going to win the division?
Yeah. And
I like all those teams you just named. So yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I looked and I was like, damn, NFC is pretty loaded.
Yeah. You got 3 possibly. If Sam Darnold figures it out, you're going to have 4 NFC North teams who have a shot at the playoffs.
It's crazy. Usually you're talking about the AFC. I said, damn, NFC is pretty loaded.
And even Seattle. Seattle is always around.
They're that team you do not want to see in the playoffs. Keep me away from Seattle because they can drop 40 on you real quick.
And they just got a defensive coordinator for who's their new head coach?
Seattle? I'm not sure.
Okay,
I know Pete Carroll's gone, but
yeah, maybe we should Google that because it's pretty good defensive coordinator. Mike McDonald, maybe.
Mike McDonald is the head coach,
and he came from. Where'd he come from?
Ravens.
Yeah, that's the Raven. He was a defensive coordinator for the Ravens. That's right. So Seattle's gonna have good defense.
That's one team I do not want to see. Keep me away from them in the playoffs.
So what do we got? Two makes and 1 miss.
I'm stuck in the middle, but I'm gonna say just miss. I don't.
I think it comes down to division winner. It has to.
It's gonna be close. It's gonna be crazy.
Well, if you think they're gonna go 12-5, then they're gonna be in.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be tickling around 10 wins, which probably could get him in, but it's gonna be right there on the edge.
Be a tough one.
gonna be fun to watch. This year is gonna be definitely fun to watch.
So, cash or trash, the Patriots comeback versus the Falcons is the best comeback in sports history.
Yeah, this is cash. They were down 27-3 going into halftime. Nobody expected
28-3.
28-3 at halftime. Nobody expected them to come back. And this is the largest comeback lead, Super Bowl history.
In Super Bowl history, yeah.
Really, yeah.
The largest lead overcome was that 30 to 0 Colts against Vikings last
Wasn't
year?
there a Jaguars and Chargers one? That was
Jags and Chargers.
That was close to that.
27-0.
Yeah.
So
what was the one you were saying?
It was a regular season game, Vikings and Colts last year.
Really?
2 years ago.
Okay.
At Ryan was part of both of them. What about you, Dave?
Mine's going to be the 04 Red Sox. I hate to say it, but I mean, you're Yankees, that loaded team. You're up 3-0, ready to step on their throat, and it just all unwound. And that broke the curse, wasn't it? That was the year that the curse broke. Freaking Red Sox.
You know, to this day, I have not watched 1 second, not a minute, not a game, 1 second of Boston in a World Series. Ever, not once.
I might have caught an inning or two, but nothing that I watch.
Yeah. And like that was during the time where I was like into this. Like I couldn't miss anything. No, not happening. So they went 0-4, 7, 13, and 18 with a freaking heavy asterisk. That iWatch situation? Boston cheat party, they were calling it. But that was with Alex Cora. He cheated with the trash cans with the Astros in 17, went to Boston and started using Apple Watches in the dugout. Like, damn, bro.
Come on, he got suspended for a brief second.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Mine, this one I watched. I watched this happen live. The Colts against the Bucks. The Bucks were coming off of their Super Bowl winning season. Monday Night Football. They're up 21 points with 4 minutes left. And Peyton Manning and the Colts, bang, 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 send it to overtime and game-winning field. This was back in the day when a field goal would win it in overtime. But they were down 21 with 4 minutes left. You got to watch that last 4 minutes. It's actually insane. But that was Peyton Manning in his prime. Mike Vanderjagt, the idiot kicker. We all know that one. All right. I came across this one earlier today. Cash or trash dare. Josh Allen is the most overrated quarterback in the NFL. The reason that this comes up is he was ranked number 1 most overrated by 103 of his peers, current NFL players. Jalen Hurts was second, and Tua Tagovailoa was third.
Yeah, I'm going to say this is cash. He's always, every year, his team is projected to make the Super Bowl, be in the Super Bowl. Not this year because their team is a mess, but I think people came down a little bit on him this year. They're not as high, but the past few years, everyone freaking worships the ground he walks on.
A couple of those years weren't his fault, though. Kicker missed a field goal, and then Mahomes in the overtime.
Yep. Yeah, I remember that.
This is still trash. Besides Diggs, I can sit here and try to think, since he came in, what receiver did this dude have? I'm still trying to think. You got dudes that can't play anywhere else.
Cole Beasley, let's go.
You know what I mean? A washed up Cole Beasley. I mean, no, hell no. This is trash. This dude's a stud. Probably one of the best arms in the league. I mean, you give him a team like these other main teams have. You put him on Niners. You put him on Falcons. You put him on any of these teams. This dude will.
You put him on
Philly. You put him on Philly. You can wrap the next 4 Super Bowls up, guaranteed. Guaranteed. Everybody else just or actually you can just start the season, play Chiefs against Philly, and tell everybody else to stay home.
Yeah.
Dude's a stud. The people are bugging. He's a stud.
If you gave him Andy Reid with that Chiefs, if you put him on Chiefs,
what do you rank him? What are you ranking him? Top 5. What are you ranking him?
Just out of the top 5.
3.
He's definitely top 10. probably around 6, maybe.
You rank them that low?
Oh, he's a stud.
That's low.
He needs a
6?
chance.
I think 3 is where it's at.
Down farther? Really?
I think up. Yeah, I think he's 3-4. I think that'd be a good
Mahomes,
spot.
Burrow, Jackson.
I would take Josh Allen over Jackson.
Yeah.
It's close though.
It's close.
Herbert Jackson would be
just because he has garbage teams, he's another one. The dude's got every tool available. I mean, arm wise, you know what I mean? He's a stud. He's a stud too. But you need the team. You ain't got nobody around you.
Josh Allen out of the top 5. I'm surprised about that.
Just barely. Just barely.
Is it because he's pretty inconsistent?
And I think that might be too because they haven't accomplished anything. You know what I mean? So that might be in my mind pushing him out a little bit. But he's definitely 5'6", probably 6.
It's one of those situations where if Mahomes wasn't in the NFL, he probably would have some Super Bowls.
Because I got to put Burrow and Jackson above him. I have to.
Okay, so he's probably 4.
I think Burrow by far is.
Yeah, I think Burrow
by far is a little bit of a stretch, but I think Burrow's significantly better than Allen.
I think Herbert's right up with them. I mean, I want to see him get a chance.
I'm trying to think of who else would be up there. I mean, if we see what Rodgers looks like, of course, obviously he'd be up there.
Jordan Love played 6 good games last year. He should be number 1.
True. But yeah, this is obviously trash, and there's no other answer than Jalen Hurts, and I'll just leave it at that. He was second. He was second on the list.
That's fair.
So I didn't make this list, but Tua's got to be up there too. I mean, I'm not just pulling it from here. I think Mike McDaniel should get more credit for Tua's success than because of the style of offense he gives them. But that's smart. You build your offense around what you have, not what you want to have.
But when you build your offense around a quarterback who's a little bit above average, how do you break the bank and pay him? How does that make sense? I don't get it. You give this dude all the weapons, and then you break his pockets. I don't get it. It's weird.
Yeah. Okay, now that we're on this subject, I know it's kind of out of the blue. If Josh Allen's the most overrated, who's the most underrated quarterback in the NFL?
Oh, we know who you're going to say. Go ahead. Go get him. Come on. Does he play for a light blue team?
I don't know.
Oh, Will Levis, you're going to say. Oh, yeah.
I don't think there's enough time for me to call him underrated.
Yeah, I can call him. Yeah, not yet.
So, who you got? I think it's Pat Mahomes, obviously. No.
Jeez.
Underrated, I think, man, that's tough.
I'm going to go with Rodgers.
Yeah.
The way they're talking about him after his injury, they're acting like this dude's 45. This dude's in better shape than any one of us. By far. I mean, he's going to be ready to play. And they're just acting like he's out there with his walker. You're bugging. That's Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. There. The Deshaun Watson.
I think I hate to say it, but it's got to be Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
People are underrating the hell out of him. And that's all he does is win. And the only reason he didn't go to that Super Bowl 2 years ago is because he broke his arm back.
Geno Smith.
Hey, he wins some games. You know what I mean? Geno, he gets it done. His career was over. Everybody thought he was washed up bum, and
he can swim in the water in Seattle.
That's my guy.
You take Russell Wilson out of Seattle, he's all of a sudden horrible. You send Geno Smith there, he's all of a sudden Russell Wilson.
Weird.
Mine is Matthew Stafford. Every time we talk about top 5s and top 10s, we never talk about this guy. He's got one of the best arms going, and he's just solid every single year. Mind you, he spent 13, 15 years in Detroit. Like, how are you supposed to be top of the list in Detroit? Sorry, Lions fans, I love you. Watch our next video, you'll see how much I love you. All right, last one. The unwritten rules in sports: cash or trash, essentially.
This is cash. I mean, there's some stuff you do, some stuff you don't do, but I mean, if you're up 20, you don't run the score. You know what I mean? You're up by 10, you don't steal bases. It's just respect. Yeah. It's a respect thing.
Yeah, I think we're losing a lot of that with a lot of the excessive celebrations, especially in baseball. Looking at you, Fernando Tatis Jr. and Jazz Chisholm. Motherfucker, dude's got 4 poses. He's got one for each base. Styling on the pitcher. It's like, you can be excited, but come on.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. If it's a clutch moment, you hit a bomb. I'm bat flipping. I don't mind that at all. But I think this is, I don't know. There's just certain things you do and you don't do, just out of respect.
Yeah, bat flipping is a lot different. Pitchers back in the day were way oversensitive, but now it's a bat flip. He's jagging off on the way to first. He's got his pants around his ankles. What does Jazz Chisholm do? I forget what he's doing. He's like throwing his fingers up. He's doing the hop step around third. It's very strange. But a bat flip, I think that's probably the line.
Yeah, but what's different from these days from back in the day is you'd get pelted in the head the next time. Hit you right in the hit. You right in the numbers. You won't do that shit again, will you?
Absolutely. Don't steal when you're winning by a lot. That's a good one. Don't bunt to break up a no-hitter.
That one, I'm sorry, out of pride, I'd do that. If I knew I could get on with a bunt, sorry, dude. I'm bunting.
It depends, though. For me, if you're up 10-0 or you're down 10-0, then don't bunt. If the score's 1-0 and they have a no-hitter, we're doing whatever it takes.
Yeah, this is obviously cash for the players. But as a fan, I like the drama. I'd like to see some unwritten rules broken.
Yeah, you like the fire. You like it, yeah.
I like them getting them, do you remember when Steven Jackson? No. Someone scored in basketball when they were clearly up by 30 or whatever, and they got in his face. Who was that? Lance Stevenson.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's entertainment for me, but...
Wait, he did it like to get a triple-double or something, didn't he?
I think, no, this guy doesn't get triple-doubles.
No.
There was someone who went and threw
that was recent, the past couple of years.
I bounced it off the backboard to get an extra rebound.
I think it was Giannis. I'm pretty sure it was Giannis.
Very weird. Don't run up the score and they show Bill Belichick. Yeah, he's used to that. All right, I think that'll do it for us. We got predictions. I almost said prescriptions. Predictions coming up for NFL playoffs. We're going to give our division winners, wild card, who wins the Super Bowl. So we'll catch you guys later.